Hello, friends. I hope I'm audible to all of you. So, with this assumption, I would like to start without any further delay the model question paper that we have just discussed, and test has been conducted on animal kingdom and biological classification. So, we can start without any further delay. I think the screen is clear. So, now you can see the first question in prokaryotic. So this is your first question. The genetic material is, so they are asking and talking about the prokaryotic genetic material. You all know about that one. They have a single double stranded DNA in most cases. Like if you take the E. coli, so they have a single double stranded DNA. So this is how you have to answer these things, and you know there is a absence of or absence of histone protein. And most of the eukaryotic DNA is linear, that is wrapped around the histone. So definitely prokaryotic genetic material is a circular DNA without histone. Next, chrysophytes, as we have just discussed about the kingdom Protista, chrysophytes like the golden desmids, diatoms, so they are mostly planktonic in nature and they are not active swimmer, so they cannot be nectons, and other options are irrelevant. So definitely the diatoms, those are marine and planktons, like phytoplanktons, like plants. Radial symmetry occur in, you have a choices. The porifera is asymmetrical except Scypha, sponges, cylinderates. Okay, that is fine, but you have to check the combination where radial symmetry is found. So you can easily tell that cylinderates and echinoderms, they have a radial symmetry. In Platyhelminthes, there is a bilateral symmetry and arthropod too. The classification is in porifera is based on, you know, the Grant classified the entire porifera depending on the spicules. So depending on the spicules, you have a triaxonic spicule, you have a monaxonic spicule, you have a diaxonic spicule, the different types of spicules, and collagen fiber, modified collagen fiber, and spongin fiber. So that is how they are being classified. So depending on the spicules, we have already discussed in details in the class. Next, hemichordates differ from chordates in that hemichordates. Now, what is the main component and property about the animal like a Balanoglossus, Saccoglossus? We have already discussed. They have a beautiful excretory organ like proboscis gland, and they have a stomochord and absence of notochord. So our gill brothers, fertilization is external and development is indirect, do not possess. So this is the thing that we have to tell. So this is most important feature in the hemichordate. They do not possess the notochord. Next, polyphase is absent. This is totally NCERT based question. You know, Hydra, there is a polyphase. Polyp means it is a non-motile sessile phase. So that phase cannot move. This phase is not mobile or non-mobile. Correct? So you know polyphase is absent in the Medusa phase of Aurelia, definitely. So these things, Physalia is a Portuguese man of war. There is a polyp stage, but that can move passively with the help of pneumatophore. Yes. So definitely your choices. And Obelia also, you can see the alternation of generation. So you can see the polyp and Medusa too. So definitely your choice is Aurelia. The given figure shows some feature that marked in the chordates. So most important feature, as you know, they have a post anal tails here. So they have a post anal tails. They have a gill slits. This D option is a gill slits, and dorsal hollow nerve cord and notochord. So definitely you can check out dorsal hollow nerve cord is here, and C is post anal tail. That is not matching in any case. So you can choose your answer by elimination, and D is the gill slit. So definitely other options are not matching. So definitely B option is correct. A is the nerve cord, dorsal hollow nerve cord, then notochord, post anal tail, and then the gill slits. Next. So next question is about the heart is three chambered in reptiles. You know, most of the cases heart is three chambered, and except, you know, crocodile is the exception where there is a four chamber heart. So without wasting time, we can proceed. In dikaryophase, karyogamy is delayed and occur just before, in which case? So simply, you know, in the dikaryon phase, there is a plasmogamy, like a aggregation of the two nucleus, but they have to fuse before the meiosis. In fungus, you have read about ascomycetes and basidiomycetes. There is a dikaryophase, plasmogamy, etc. And karyogamy means fusion of the nucleus. So now it will form 2n. Is delayed. It is little bit in a hold. They instantly doesn't fuse, but before meiosis they have to fuse, because anything that undergo meiosis, they must be in even integer. You know this one, they have to be even integer like 2n, 4n. So suppose this is n, they cannot undergo meiosis. So before meiosis, they have to go undergo karyogamy, the fusion of nucleus. Karyo means nucleus, so that in future they can form the meiotic division and they undergo the reduction division. So that is only possible when it is even number. Next, which the phylum excretory or organ like proboscis gland is present? Just we have discussed, that is hemichordates. Next, rana is a scientific name of an amphibia, Rana tigrina, and you know those are they breathe through the skin, they can breathe through their lungs, and in the tadpole stage they have a gills, correct? And they are poikilothermics, so those are cold-blooded animal. Other options are irrelevant. Cornified skin is not found here. It's in reptiles. Parapoda is found in the nereis. So which of the following present in the cyanobacteria? You know the most important pigment is chlorophyll A and phycocyanin. That is how the name cyano. Next, the cellulose in animal world. This is a beautiful question. Normally cellulose is absent in the animal world, but you can see in the tunicin structure. In tunicates or urochordates, that is present. So this is explained in the class. Next, fourth, fifth, and sixth segment that produce blood cells in the peritoneum apostoma, the earth form, and hemoglobin, which is dissolved in the X. So what is X? You know, their hemoglobin is not encapsulated in the RBC as human being, that is free in the blood plasma. So directly your answer is plasma. This is a little bit brilliant question where they find the set of correct statement. So they have given you the combination questions about the virus. The virus can be killed by autoclave. Autoclave is a device, machine, where you can put pressure and high temperature, and that can kill number of pathogens. So that is true. And ultraviolet is a good pathogen killer and also a mutagen. Pox virus contains vitamin. As per research, yes, this is also true that some virus may contain some vitamins like riboflavin and biotin. Research is going on why these things are present, and they are acellular, that is true, and lack protoplast, yes, and they are obligatory parasite. That is all of the options are correct. Many of you will try to choose 1, 3, and 4 because you will feel that this option is not correct, but that is totally based on NCERT. So next, the cell junction called tight, adhering, and gap junction. Definitely when a cell try to crosstalk with each other, like one cell is cross-talking with each other and number of cells are there, so they definitely have a number of junction like adhering junction, adhere mean to attach, gap junction is there, so through that many component can move, and tight junction. So these all type of junction is found in the epithelial cell, otherwise they cannot form the epithelial tissue. Next, excretory organ in the cockroach. Very simple question, you have just read about that one, that is the Malpighian tubules. So without any further delay, we can move to the next question. The long bones or the pneumatic bones, hollow bones connected by the ear passage, and mainly the long bones in the birds, you know, aves. So that is in the tetrapods, aves. Definitely it is in the aves or birds is the characteristics. So their front leg is modified into wings and they have a pneumatic bones. Next question is also brilliant. Nasal granules, you know, in the nerve cell, in the cell body, there is a nasal granules, and that is nothing but a modified or simply a ribosomes. And ribosome and also some nasal granule contain iron. So they are the protein factory. So they create protein. And ribosome, the ribo word is taken from ribonucleic acid. So they are definitely RNAs, free RNAs. And later on, they are connected with the protein. So found in the nerve cell, and they have an affinity to basic dyes. Definitely you have to understand, as they have a higher affinity to basic dyes, that means they are acidic in nature. The only acid that can be present here in the structure of like a protein machinery, that is a ribonucleic acid. DNA cannot be there. So definitely your choice is this one. Otherwise, nasal granule is the combination ribosome combination of proteins and RNA. But this question is tricky. You have to read the rest of the thing very clearly. This statement is the trigger. Next, which of the following is the characteristics is a given used by Whittaker for the classification of organism? Just we have discussed 1969 five kingdom concept. So he used all the things: phylogenetic, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, cellular structure, and all of the above thing. Most important stress was given in this mode of nutrition. If this option is not given, then you have to choose this one. Next, which of the following is not a viral disease? Simply you can say AIDS, mumps, smallpox, herpes, influenza, and cholera. You know cholera is caused by Vibrio cholerae, that is a comma-shaped bacteria. That is your bacterial disease. As simple as this. Correct? So now next, dikaryon formation is the characteristic feature. So you know all the fungus except the imperfect fungi, that is the deuteromycetes. Do you have this option? No. So deuteromycetes should be eliminated, and phycomycetes. Phyco word is means that the algal fungi. So those are close to the algae. So this is not actually fungus. That is the algae having similarity with the fungus. So now you know the fungus that have a dikaryon phase. Okay, so Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes. Phyco option should be eliminated in all cases. Now, which scientist classified plant into trees, shrubs, herbs, and animal into two groups based on or absence of the blood cells? You know the father of biology, Aristotle, just we have discussed in the class. So he gave those type of classification, and two kingdom concept given by the father of taxonomy, that was Carolus Linnaeus. Next, Theo Diner in 1971 discovered a new infectious agent, and that was single-stranded RNA, and smaller than virus. Definitely that is a single-stranded RNA, no capsid, no covering, no jacket, and have the following features: cause potato spindle tuber disease, free RNA, and molecular weight is low. So definitely he discovered the viroids, not virions, not mycoplasma, not virus. So this is viroids discovered by Theo Diner. This is free infectious RNA molecule. Identify the correct characteristics of porifera. Okay. So commonly known as sea walnuts. No, this is the other name of ctenophorans. Definitely. Presence of ostia and collar cell. True. Exhibit tissue level of characteristics. No, they have a cellular level. Next, it is a largest phylum. No, arthropod and insect, those are the largest. So false. So 3, 4 will be false. Wherever 3, 4 is there, so all of the things cannot be correct. So now you can see 2 is there. So 2 can be correct. Now 5, the body is supported by the spicules and spongin. That is also true. Okay. So now again 1 is crossed. So you got your answer. Let's read the 6th one. Contain cnidocyte. No, definitely cnidocyte is not the feature of porifera. So your answer is here, A. Next, very simple question. Just you have to identify which one is a smooth muscle, which one is a cardiac. So as a figure, as you can see, loose, these are all smooth muscle. B, as per NCRT you can see. So smooth muscle is there, and these are the cardiac muscle interconnected. You know these things. So definitely just by visual cues you can tell. So A is the skeletal muscle, and B is the loose. These are smooth muscle and cardiac muscles. You can see the interconnectedness over there. So definitely skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. This is your answer. And you can see the other choices, that is totally irrelevant. You can easily short them out. Next, the cockroach in cockroach head can move. Okay. In cockroach head is fused by the 6 small segment. And the neck part, like it is the neck part, that part is rotable because the neck has a like a flexibility in such a way, flexibility so that it can rotate their head in a different direction. So absence of neck, no, they have a neck. Not neck like the human being. It is not a vertebrate, but neck is there. Some tissues are there. Fusion of all segment, no. It's true statement, but it is irrelevant here. The flexible neck allow the movement. That is true. Head is small and lightweighted. Nothing to do with the movement. Something to do with the flexibility of the neck region. Like the birds can move throughout the direction because they have a single occipital condyle, and in the human being there is a 2 occipital condyle. So now the rotation is constricted. So all the rotation that depends on the flexibility of the neck. I have given you the example of vertebrate. Extension of plasma membrane in the prokaryotic cell, extension of plasma membrane in the prokaryotic cell. Okay, so in the inner membrane, they have to mention some mesosome can be found that contain some important respiratory enzymes, that is the mesosome, and that is for the respiration. Other options are totally irrelevant. You see, plasma membrane extension is actually mesosome and other options are irrelevant. Now, plastid are found in, it is for the photosynthesis. So definitely they are found in all green plants and some photosynthetic animal. Now photosynthetic animals are now under the kingdom Protista. Those are known as the euglenoids. So definitely all animal cross, some animal cross, no. All plant cell, okay, all plant cell and euglenoid. So you have a better option. Definitely you shall go with it. Last, which of the following is absent in prokaryote? Okay, now prokaryotic cells means they have nucleoid xenophore and they have a naked DNA, but they have a ribosomes. But definitely they do not have the mitochondria. That is why they have a mesosome for the respiration. They do not have mitochondria, but they have a plasma membrane. So wrong. They may have RNA or may have DNA. No, they definitely uh, doesn't contain RNA. In most cases they are having the DNA, but for the protein, like they have a ribosome. So during protein synthesis, they use the RNA for the translation. So definitely this organelle is totally absent, correct? So as a genetic material, they may have our DNA and they can also use RNA for the protein synthesis. Now, they do not have the mitochondria. Correct, mitochondria is believed as a modified bacteria. So these were your most important 30 questions. I think it will help you to solve the questions and clarify your concept. Thank you for watching. I am signing off. Have a good day.